Hey friend, hope you're well and welcome to my review of this new album by Wolf Alice, The Clearing. Now, Wolf Alice are known for their exceptional and consistent quality, and after a near flawless three-album run, the unapologetically awesome My Love Is Cool, the ethereal and beautiful Visions of a Life, and the gloomy but hard-hitting Blue Weekend, I thought it's going to be really hard to beat those three albums and deliver something even at the same quality as those three magnificent albums. But let's see if they manage to deliver, shall we? The album starts with Thorns, which is this beautiful and elegant track. It sort of hits the ground running. It has pianos, it has Ellie Roselle's beautiful vocals, and it's just a nice introduction to the album in an elegant sense. It sort of showcases what the album's energy is going to be like. But then on the flip side, you have Bloom Baby Bloom, which is actually the lead single, and it's this sort of in-your-face pop rock anthem that showcases confidence. It's sort of well structured and it feels quite polished. However, I don't find myself coming back to that song as often, and I feel like it's because it's so structured, and although the band has a very dynamic sense of playing, they play really well together on this track, I feel like Wolf Alice excels in songs that flow a bit more freely, and it sort of allows each band member to have some breathing space and showcase the talent that way. Whereas I feel like Bloom Baby Bloom has quite a lot going on. It's still a fantastic song, it hits hard, but it's just not one that I find myself coming back to in their discography as a whole. Speaking of songs that flow freely, Just Two Girls is an excellent song that showcases swagger and self-assurance. It's just a really catchy pop rock song. As always, Ellie's vocals are excellent on this song as well. It's about friendship, it's just fun and cool. Next you have Leaning Against the Wall, which kind of reminds me of a song that would sit on Visions of a Life. However, even though that's probably my favorite Wolf Alice album, the production on this song doesn't really sit right with me. Now, you have Greg Kurstin on the production, and I know a lot of fans were worried because Greg Kurstin's production can be very raw. It can also be a bit inconsistent. Some people say that Greg Kurstin is responsible for producing certain bands' worst albums, which is quite a claim. However, I do think the production on this album is a little bit inconsistent. You do have certain songs that stand out and shine, where all the band members work really well to create a dynamic and crisp sounding track, but then you also have certain songs in the middle which don't sound as well produced, like they could almost be demos, if that makes sense. For example, Play It Out, which is a nice song about aging and maturing from a woman's perspective. It's a really nice song, but it does feel like it doesn't shine as much as the other songs on this album. Now, you do also have even more great songs like Bread Butter Tea Sugar, which is just a classic Wolf Alice song. It has no filter, it's in your face, it's a fantastically produced song, and it flows really well. However, back to my point, you do also get songs like Midnight Song, which I do feel like it slows down the momentum of the album a little bit, especially amongst songs with a bit more energy like Bloom Baby Bloom and Just Two Girls and Bread Butter Tea Sugar, like I just mentioned. Another excellent single is White Horses, which actually is one of my favorites on this album. I do feel like the band showcases a lot of chemistry on this song. You have Joel's fantastic calming vocals at the start. It showcases excellent songwriting, like music and love have magnetic properties. I do think that line really sticks out to me a little bit. And then once you hit the chorus, you have Ellie's bellowing vocals that take front, center, and stage. Now, I know a lot of people, a lot of haters, I would say, do say that Ellie is sort of taking the front position in this band, like this Wolf Alice is just Ellie now. It's, doesn't have the other band members. And I do think, just listen to the song and you'll think otherwise, right? Because it has Joel shining on the lead vocals. It has Theo's fantastic bass carrying the song. It has Joff's rhythmic guitars as well that carried a melody throughout the song. I do think White Horses is probably one of the best produced songs on this album, so I do think that's definitely a highlight for me. Now, I do think The Sofa might be one of Wolf Alice's best songs. When I heard that song, I was taken away. It is a fantastic, flawless song. It feels ethereal, has a lovely melody. Ellie's vocals carry that song perfectly, and even from the bridge to when the strings hit the song towards the end, it just sounds absolutely excellent. So to me, The Clearing is an album about finding peace and comfort amidst chaos and not caring about what anyone else thinks. And I do think the band succeeds in creating this picture within this album amongst all the songs. It's a great glamorous pop rock album from Wolf Alice. However, I don't feel like it's as consistent as their previous 3 albums. Now, for their previous 3 albums, I would easily give all 3 of them a 9 out of 10, maybe even a higher score. And they still easily remain one of the most consistent and high quality best rock bands in the UK right now, especially amongst modern rock bands. But I can't help but feel that The Clearing is a little bit of a step down from their previous 3 albums. But by no means is it a bad album. It is still a great album and a solid effort from Wolf Alice. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. Like I said, Wolf Alice are constantly at the top of their game. They know what they're doing. They experiment with a slightly different genre and a slightly different inspiration in each album. So that's why Wolf Alice remains one of my favorite rock bands currently. And I'm really excited to see how their sound progresses throughout the years. I do think that each of the sounds in their new album sort of resonates with the band as a whole, and it sort of showcases the band maturing, which is really nice. But yeah, I think solid 8 out of 10 for this album. The Clearing definitely has a lot of highlights, such as Thorns, Just Two Girls, The Sofa, White Horses, and Bread, Butter, Tea, Sugar. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this new album, The Clearing by Wolf Alice, in the comments below. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.